Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Trace, of the COD community, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my little prediction video for the top 8 placements at UMG Philadelphia. So, without further ado, let's get right ahead into the commentary. Now, I apologize if this does sound a bit generic, but this is just my personal opinion. If you guys have another perspective and opinion on what you think the top 8 teams at Philly will be, make sure and feel free to put it down in the comments below. Or if you guys have an agreement with what I'm saying, also make sure to put it down in the comments below. I just want to hear you guys' feedback, maybe, kind of change my mind if you guys have some valid points down there. So again, make sure to leave some feedback. But anyways, guys, on to the commentary. Now, I do think that Complexity will win another tournament here at UMG Philadelphia, and the reason for that is because they still have 3 out of their 4 core players since the very start of Complexity, and they might not have Clay, but honestly, I really don't think that's going to be a factor because Karma is the best player in the game, in my personal opinion. He's been one of the best players in the game for a while, and it's not going to be that hard for Karma to mesh well with a bunch of top caliber players by his side. So, Complexity easily taking first place at UMG Philadelphia. Now, that wasn't the challenging part. I mean, I think it's safe to say that Complexity has a really good chance at winning this event, but what I'm going to try to put together is my predictions for the 2nd through 8th place teams, and that's going to be a real toss-up considering the amount of roster changes that have been going on recently and the announcements, and just the way the pro point seeding works in this game could really mess up some teams. So I'm going to try my best to give an accurate projection. So let's go ahead and say that 2nd place will go to Team Caliber. And the reason I say this is because they have the best shot at beating Complexity, and they have had the best shot ever since mid Black Ops 2 season. So granted, that was with Goonjar instead of Clayster, but I mean, the chemistry is still there with 3 of the 4 core players, and with Clayster there, I think that if he can get along well with the rest of his teammates, that they will see some success. But I don't see TK winning the event by any means necessary. Top 2 at the highest. Now, for top 3, as much as it pains me to say this, being kind of anti-optic, I do think that they will place 3rd or less at the event, but at the highest 3rd for 2 main reasons. One being the fact that Ricky's now in the squad. He's the vocal leader now for Optic. That's something that they've been lacking forever. And 2, because Big Timer will be retiring after UMG Philly, so he's going to try to go out with a bang. He's going to try to give it his all for that event, and hopefully they can come out strong at least a top 3 finish. Coming in at a hot number 4 placement, I'm going to go with Envious. The reason I say this is because they have something to prove, okay? Karma left their team. Envy's going to come back even stronger, even better, more motivated than they've ever been before, and they're going to try to prove something that they don't need Karma to win. Envy has been on a slope ever since mid Black Ops 2 after COD Champs, so I think that they will get there at the highest top 4 placement. So it's not going to be easy for them. I will predict that they will get knocked to the losers bracket first before making a miraculous run back into the championship bracket, but so far my thoughts are that Envy will place top 4. Now, coming in at number 5, we have Curse LV at the highest, placing a top 5 finish. So the reason I say this is because I know that they placed top 16 at Columbus, but it's a new roster, it's further into the game, and plus they have 3 of the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 world champions on that team. So the chemistry's there, they've been grinding the game, they've been playing the game, so I think that as long as they could not get demoralized and their egos don't conflict, that they will have no problem placing 5th at UMG Philadelphia. Now, on to the number 6 team at UMG Philly, and this may come as a shocker to some of you people, but I will predict that Denial will place 6th at UMG Philadelphia. The reason for this is because they've been looking extremely strong online. They've been beating Optic, they've been beating COL, and granted it is online, so it's not a very valid place to base thoughts off of, but they've been playing with tracker sites, they've been playing with ghillie suits, they've been playing with danger close, double nades, and a lot of other teams haven't been practicing with that, so it's going to be harder to adapt to Denial. But at this point, I still don't think Denial is a top caliber team. They're going to have to prove to everybody else that they are, but I will predict a top 6 placement for that team. On to the number 7 place team. This also may come as a shocker to some of you people, but I will predict that Team Fear will take top 7. The reason I say this is solely because of the 2 superstars that are on that team, one of them being Formal and the second one being Dito. As long as those two players can go off, Fear could pull off some miraculous shit and they could really get back into the groove of things. I know Fear has been in a downward spiral as well, but I think with this team that they could really make some moves, make some waves, and hopefully I'd like to see that team back in the the top team scenery. So yeah, please excuse my bitch ass dog barking in the background. I know you might have noticed it, so please disregard that. Anyways, on to the moment that we've all been waiting for, top 8. Well, actually, that's not really that big of a deal, but it is the end of this video, so if I've been boring you guys, hopefully, if you've made it this far, you'd know that the video is almost over, so just bear with me. I personally have Curse NY placing top 8. The reason I say this is because when you look at them on paper, they're a solid squad. They're a really, really strong squad. And for some reason at Columbus, they didn't place well. The same with Curse LV. They're going to try to bounce back and maybe pull out a top 8 placing. And the reason I say this is because they have Study now. Study had recently joined the Curse NY squad. And let me tell you, Study is a very underrated player. He's a very explosive player on LAN. He's a very kind of, how do you say, in the mood player. If the team's doing good, he's going to be doing the best on the team, and etc, etc. So I do think that Curse NY is going to take the final top 8 spot at UMG Philadelphia. So guys, if you like this video, please make sure to give me a like, give me a subscription, and also subscribe to the Meta Esports YouTube channel here, which is I think what I'll be uploading this video on. Also, like I said earlier in the video, put your thoughts down below if you agree with me, or if you disagree with me. I'd like to know. I'd really like to see what you guys have to say, and I could maybe have a discussion with you guys and see what kind of we come up with together. But anyways, that was my video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.